Welcome back to How to Souls. Oh my god, I am so hollow. I am so hollow. No, I'm not. I'm Rach. Today we're going to continue with our walkthrough of Dark Souls 2. It's been a while since we finished the main story of Dark Souls 2, and now we're going to head to the DLCs. So I've just picked up this character. It's, like I said, it's been a while. Damn, we are so heckin' hollow. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to get pretty. So, the DLCs are where things start to really crank up for Dark Souls 2. We're going to need to do a lot of prep before we head there, and then when we do go there, the areas are humongous. So, I hope you're ready for some heckin' Dark Souls 2 today. Well said, well said. Now, you've probably noticed this is a long fellow of a video, so please do feel free to use the chapters that I have made. If you want to skip past the first section, we're going to talk about a lot of prep. I'm going to show you how to find the key to actually get into the DLC and stuff like that. But if you want, you can skip those, just whatever you like. Right, so first things first, we completed the base game really easily, in my opinion. With this sort of spellcaster build, it sort of allowed me to very quickly go through the game, show you the bosses, show you the strategies, and show you in what is, in my opinion, a very easy way to conquer the base game in Dark Souls 2. However, that doesn't necessarily ring true for the DLCs. The bosses, the areas, the sort of the mobs, just everything in these three new areas are much tougher than anything in the base game. So spells alone are not really gonna cut it anymore. They can, but you might run into a bit of bother when it comes to like just running out of spells, because a lot of enemies have like really high magic resistance, hex resistance, that sort of thing. So as you can see here, if you're literally, if you followed the walkthrough 1-to-1, you should have stats looking a bit like this. We've fully gone into a hexer build. We've got high int, faith, attunement, and vigor. The vigor just to save us from clumsiness, Everything else is pretty much base, a couple points in strength and endurance, but yeah, everything else super low. So if you give this a go and the current build just isn't working for you, let me show you how you can tweak your build or just change it entirely. So just in case you don't know how to respec in this game, we will need a soul vessel. So I already have 4 of these, but if you don't have any, then I do have a separate video on, I think I've got like 2 or 3 really easy ones to pick up. I'll link that for you in the cards above now. But hopefully you have at least one of these, because there's quite a few of them just as you play through the game normally. You want to take this soul vessel back to Things Betwixt into the Firekeeper's dwelling. Speak to this Firekeeper right here, left here, this one, to reallocate our points. So you give a soul vessel, but don't worry, if you are in this screen and you go, oh god, how much strength was my sword again, blah, 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 it doesn't actually consume it until you press like, cool, done, confirm. So don't worry, you can like back out of this and cancel it, and it doesn't cost a soul vessel. So, right, so first of all, vigor. Vigor is going to be extremely important in the DLC. We're going to need as much as possible. You will start to see diminishing returns with vigor. As you can see, my HP is going up like quite a lot, 20 at a time until you get to 40. Oh, it's still going up 20 at a time. When does it stop going up 20 at a time? When we get to 50? Yeah, okay, so 50 is the cap. That's what we'd call that, guys, the soft cap. If you ever hear people in Souls, or in any game really, talking about cap, it refers to diminishing returns. So 1 level up point being worth 20 HP, pretty good. 1 point being worth 5 HP, not that good. So it's all about min-maxing and the best stats to put your points in without sort of wasting points. So we're going to cap that at 50. 50 is very high. It's going to allow us to get hit like 3 times in theory. It depends what you're getting hit by, I suppose, in this game. I've not long finished a level 1 run of this game, and I do think Dark Souls 2 is like so forgiving. Like you can really build up your defense via armor, but 50 vigor is just going to give you a nice buffer, just in case you are particularly clumsy. Which, I mean, do you know what? Same. Endurance. Now, this is probably going to have to be a wee bit higher than 15 if we're going to be looking to mainly use melee. Endurance, you want to get this to 20. 20 feels pretty good. You don't really need more than 20 because of how fast everything gets anyway. Vitality, depending on what build you're going for, if you're going for heavy armor, heavy weapons, you're going to need to crank this up, get this to about 20. And then from here, just pick a weapon you like. Strike weapons are going to do really well in the DLC. Also, don't pick anything too slow. Kind of have like a backup weapon that's a bit faster. Whether you pick going into strength or going into dex, just bear in mind, pick weapon first, have a look at what that weapon scales well with, and then have that be the stat that you pursue. Strength and dex both tend to soft cap around 40. So if your weapon has particularly good, say, strength scaling, like an A or B or even an S, get your strength to 40 and then keep dex at a minimum. However, if your weapon has like good scaling with both, if you can, try and get the both stats as high as you can. For now, I'm going to stick with our caster to show you like how well or how not well she does as she is. But we can always adapt as we go. So I do think it's really important going into the DLC to have some kind of melee weapon to fall back on, just in case you do like run out of spells or you come up against something that has really high like magic resistance. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get you a couple of easy weapons, no farming required. You can literally buy them from Leningrad here in Majula. And first of all, we're going to get a mace, which we already have, but like just in case you're coming into this fresh and you didn't follow the entire walkthrough, we were using the mace for quite a lot at the start of this game. It makes the start of this game like quite easy. So we've already got a mace like quite high leveled. So pick up a mace, and the other one to pick up is a rapier. So these two weapons, I literally got such good practice with these two weapons at level 1. They are so good. They're going to be even better at our high level. What level are we? 157. Oh my god. Yeah, so here's the plan. We can stick with the dark build as long as we have something to fall back on, really. So we're going to level up these two weapons, the mace and the rapier, as high as we can. Plus 10 would be great, but obviously if you don't have the materials or you don't really want to go grinding, you might not be able to manage that, and maybe you just want to go straight into the DLC, and that's totally fair. But let me just see if we can pop some souls and see how high we can get these. Because we have finished the game, Cloanne here will sell all the upgrade materials that you need, as well as one slab. I mean, don't buy that because we have 5 somehow, but we're going to need a bunch of chunks. And I do recommend only starting the DLC areas once you have completely finished the base game, because it is just head and shoulders above everything else in difficulty, so. Right, so I'm able to get our mace to plus 10. It's one of our slabs done. Beep, 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 beep. Rapier is also at plus 10. Fantastic. So these two weapons each have their own sort of areas that they excel in. At the minute, don't worry about us not having the dex to wield the rapier. The mace is a blunt weapon. It does strike damage. Strike damage is really good against armored enemies, of which there are a lot in the DLC. The mace in particular is a strength scaling weapon, of which we do not have much strength, but you would be surprised how much damage it can do even at base level strength. The rapier is the kind of other side of the coin. The rapier will do very little damage to armored enemies, but the rapier's strength is in its speed and how little stamina it uses. There are bosses coming up, particularly in the second DLC, where the faster your weapon is, the better. Now, a couple of our spells are really nice quick casts, but it's good, like I said, just to have a melee weapon that doesn't run out of casts to fall back on. You can go to Macduff and infuse these weapons with an element, if you like. You could make them magic with a faint stone, lightning with a bolt stone, fire with a fire drake stone, or dark with a dark knight stone. And that will give it, technically, more attack rating because we have such high intelligence and faith. However, it kind of defeats the purpose of the weapons being a fallback for enemies that have high magic defense. So therefore, that's the reason why I'm going to keep these weapons sort of as they are, uninfused, because that's what they're for. They're a fallback. They're a failsafe. Our main source of damage is still hopefully going to be spells for bosses anyway. There are other things that we do need to prep just for like later areas, but we'll just do that as we go along. At the minute, this is all we need to like get started. So just that mace really is what we need to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and equip that. How is our equipment burden when I do that? 34%? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Our build, just to quickly go over this, just in case anyone is just joining us for the first time, we have the Dark Sunset Staff, Dark Kythus Chime, Clear Bluestone Ring, +1, Third Dragon Ring, Chloranthy Ring +1, and Ring of Steel Protection +1. And I'm also wearing the Black Witch set because fashion. However, it's not the best, like, gameplay-wise. The hat does provide us the attunement of an extra spell, which could save you some points on attunement if you did, like, want to, I don't know, respec, and, you know, wearing this hat essentially gives you a couple points of attunement. But other than that, it doesn't really provide much in the way of gameplay bonus. It's got great magic defense, which, do you know what, is going to be helpful in a couple of situations. But if you're wanting the increased cast speed that we had through the base game, that's with the Lion Mage set. So yeah, Lion Mage, if you wear the robe, the gloves, and the leggings, that's going to, all three of them, give you increased cast speed. Also, we were wearing the Hexer's Hood through the main game for increasing number of casts for each spell. And later on, we were wearing the Black Hood, which also improves your casting speed. So you can get really, really fast casts wearing the Black Hood and the Lion Mage set, but it doesn't look as nice. So it's up to you. With armor sets, honestly, just wear what you think looks cool, but then do bear in mind a lot of hats in particular do have like bonus effects. At the end of the day, you can please feel free to play any build you like. But for those who have like no idea, here's an example, you know, here's what I enjoy playing as. Right, so DLC. First DLC is the Crown of the Sunken King. So first of all, we can't just waltz into Shulva, the Sunken City. We need a key. That key is this, the Dragon Talon. Legend has it that in the deepest reaches of the Black Gulch, behind a door locked from the inside, is a magnificent city built for a great slumbering dragon. So this Talon is hidden down the well in Majula. But to get into the hidden door, the locked door down the well in Majula, you need a key, first of all, from the Black Gulch. So it's basically a 3-step process to get into Shulva. Step 1, head to the Black Gulch, the hidden chamber bonfire. Let's go ahead and bring a torch with us, just to make this a little bit easier to show you guys. We're going to stick to the edge of the cliff and drop down. Oh, excuse me. Just at this like sort of little dip here. Just like drop down. There we go. Nice and gently. Oh god. So fall all the way down to the lowest level, and this big cave here has 2 giants inside it. So you're going to want to kill these 2 giants in this cave. When the second one dies, you'll be awarded with the Forgotten Key. This key actually opens a few different doors, including a door to do with the Dark Lurker boss. But we wanted to open the door in the well in Majula so that we can get the Dragon Talon. So we're going to go ahead and Age Feather back to the bonfire, warp back to Majula, jump down the well. Or if you bought the most expensive ladder, the 11,000 ladder from Gilligan, you can literally just take that ladder instead of jumping. Head up this iron ladder here. And this stone door here opens with the Forgotten Key. And on the left here, on this corpse, is the Dragon Talon. So with the Dragon Talon in hand, now we can actually start the DLC. Right, so we have our key to actually access the DLC. Here is where we go once again to the Black Gulch, to the hidden chamber. We head through to where we defeated the Rotten all those many moons ago. Get poisoned on the way, as you do. Oh my god, if I could get hit by like every single one of these, that would be fantastic. Hooray. Literally just keep going straight till we get to this big like tentacle monolith at the end. There we go. So don't touch the bonfire. God, we have so much HP. It's so nice. I mentioned a couple times here, but I've just come off the back of an SL1 where you like never level up your character, and God, it sucks having no health. Oh my God, it's so nice to have health again. Welcome to Sunken City. Well, sorry, not yet. Not quite yet. Through these doors, which we will open with the dragon talon. There we go. Now we're in the Sunken City. This is my... Oh, is it my favorite of the three? I don't know. Right, I love the DLCs, right? They're all so big and beautiful and full of bullshit. The bosses are so good, but there's so many like traps and they're so hard. The run backs are absolutely disgusting at times, as you will see. Hey, here we go. Oh, do you hear a snoring? Do you hear one sleepy reptilian boy? Oh, hello, Sin. Hello, pal. We'll be seeing you again soon. The slumbering dragon. Down into the Dragon Sanctum. Aye, very cool, very cool. Big fan, huge fan. Yeah, we'll see him soon. Sin there is the second boss out of the three in the Sunken City. Right, so just down here is our first bonfire, so we're going to go ahead and light that and sit at it. So this is the Sanctum Walk. Now, if you go into your travel options, you will see all of the remaining DLC areas. There you go, we got the first one there. Kind of gives you an idea, if you ever look at this, for like how far through an area you are, and also if you've like missed a side area. All three of the DLCs have 3 bosses. And a couple of them, I guess, are missable. Yeah. So you can always use the sort of travel options to see if you've missed one. Down here is not the way we go. This becomes a shortcut later on in the area. This is the way to go. So the main mechanic in the first little bit here of the Sunken City is we have a lot of these little levers that we can press. See what I mean about these guys having damage resistance, magic damage resistance. It's going to take a lot of spells to get through here. Yeah, we have these levers right here that we can hit, and that causes lifts around the area to appear. They go up and down. That's kind of the gimmick of this bit here. So that first one, absolutely mint, because it almost kills these 3 enemies. There was a third one. Was it around the back? Did it fall off? Oh, amazing if it fell off. Now, these next guys, these archers, a little bit trickier. So what we're going to do... Ah, perfect. We're going to get this guy around here. We can use a ring called the Stone Ring. Actually, let me equip the Stone Ring. Probably instead of the Steel Protection or Chloranthy. Yeah, we don't really need Chloranthy. Yeah, Stone Ring. So this affects poise. So hopefully we should be able to like stun lock some guys. Yeah, there you go. So a second hit stun locks them. I'm taking arrow after arrow here. I was trying to like block them with this little pillar, but it's really small. Luckily our health is like high enough that it doesn't really matter. So we can just sort of like trade here. Oh god. Yeah, trade indeed. And as you can see, we're already like fair going through our stack of dark orbs. So that was why I thought it was imperative to have a melee weapon as a backup, like leveled up. So this is where we're meant to go. Excuse me. But this lever here, if we give this a little push, that makes this one rise and makes this guy come out of it. So get used to what lever does what. We actually want this one to be down. But now we don't have to worry about that guy. The first one, yeah, we could, yeah. I guess it's a much faster way to run through this area if you just drop down the elevator shaft, but yeah. There's an item to pick up just down there, which we can get to, well, I guess let's go this way. Take some fall damage. We already killed the guy over here, but there's another guy coming here. Yeah, Stone Ring, yeah, it's pretty good. I wish it was staggering them on the first hit, but the second is fine. I'll take the second. Yeah, here's where we would have dropped down if we'd fell down the first elevator shaft. You just sort of go like round this way. It enables you to skip all those archers up there. So if you are progressing on this area, getting maybe a little bit frustrated, you can literally just jump down the elevator. Ahaha! A shielded enemy. The number one enemy of the caster. So we're going to try and get behind this guy, get backstab, which should do pretty decent damage. Yeah, 822. Just one-handed mace at +10. If you try and fight those shield guys, like, face on with magic, it's just going to eat through all your casts. So yeah, just one wee backstab with the mace. All right, so that's this little bit done. So if we go down here, we can pick up this. This is a +7. Oh, it's 7. 7 longbow. So this we are going to use a little bit later on in this area. We're going to have to warp out of here now. Age feather. Actually, no, can we like, is there a way out? We can, I'm pretty sure we can, yeah, hang on. Do not warp, because we can hit this. Because we have the binoculars. Also, we could just equip the bow as well. Alright. Binoculars. Aim. A little bit higher. Much higher? It's a waste of spells, that. That should have hit it. Okay, much higher. We got it. Nice. All right. Yeah, I don't know if it was worth it. We maybe should have just warped out. Because now I only have 18 dark orbs. It's fine. We got a couple other things. God, I've got like fire equipped. We didn't even go through spells before coming here. That was an oversight on my part, unfortunately. But live and learn, eh? Live and learn. Okay, Dark Orb, right. What was our last boss that we did? On, was it Dark Lurker? On the main walkthrough? Just get this guy here. I'm just literally going to tank a bunch of damage because we have enough heals and we have enough health. And do you know what? If you start trying to dodge stuff, I'm not trolling. It can actually cause you to get a bit of bother because you could like roll off the edge, etc. So I can't recommend rolling. Okay, we've got a bunch of these little rooms that have these new enemies, these like ticks. Do not underestimate these guys. They have like this jump attack that when it hits you, oh god, the damage is actually nuts. It was killing me in one hit at level 1. So we're just going to avoid touching these like pustules because that will have an acid that erodes your armor and your weapons, so not good. And make it to the other side here. So you can't, can you get in there? Nah. So if you hit this lever here, then we can get in here. Switch into the mace. Getting around the back of him. Getting a backstab. A little bit clumsy, but I'd rather take a hit than roll off the edge. Okie dokie. Yeah, so I will show you guys everything in the area. And then when we get to the boss, I will show you a quick way to like run back. Oh. Why did that pop me so much? He's like, hello, Clarice. Oh, bye. Yes, I'll show you a quick way to like get back. Because I feel like that's an important thing. I don't really go over that much because I don't die that much. So I'm not like running back that much. But already we've kind of unlocked a little shortcut here to get you to here rather than having to go through all those archers. So all these areas are full of little shortcuts like this, where I recommend once you unlock one, just sort of following it back just to familiarize yourself with where it goes. I'm going to pick up this guy here. Oh, that was a bit precarious. Old growth BAM. So the BAMs are a new thing with the DLC. They can increase your strength, dexterity. We don't want to go this way yet. I've made a wee mistake. Sorry, guys. We're just going to head back. Back. Right, here we go. Don't really want to pull too many of these at once. Get some distance. That is the caster way. Create some distance and then get behind him. Right, yeah, the BAMs. Yeah, they increase like your strength, your dex, that kind of stuff. Let me show you the BAMs. Here's the BAMs. Here's the BAMs. So we've got old growth for strength. Golden fruit is faith, and then there's int and dex ones as well. Right, so I actually started going that way, which we're not ready to go that way yet, but we will. We will. First of all, shiny here to pick up. Lightning urn. In case we run out of casts and don't want to approach stuff. So this path here will open up. You first have to hit this lever and then go around and hit the other lever. You can actually hit this switch here if you want to make things a little bit easier, but I decided to do a funky little jump instead. Right, that's that path opened for us now. Let's head over. Another room full of skitters and scurry. Ugh. Disgusting. Right, more skitters and scurries from up here. They're on the ceiling. So I'm probably going to hit them once and then... Oh, I'm out of dark orbs. Nice. Okay. Soul Spear? Oh, God. Is not going to do that much damage. Right, hit them once. Wait for them to fall. And then hit them again because you don't want to miss. Alright, we'll finish this one off with the mace. Yeah, that attack there, the like flying attack, it is nutty. Out of the acid. Oh my god! Woo! Where did you come from? This is why we have the mace, guys. Because I'm out of spells because I forgot to equip them. Okay, but do you know what? We could even at this point go back to the bonfire and rest, and it would still be worth it because we wouldn't have to do all this again, you know? We could just make a beeline straight for here. This little guy. So this little guy is a wandering version of the statues that we saw back in the Black Gulch. But he's like alive. Let me see if this works. Nah, I thought, because we need to like get him moving. Is he going to start moving? I'm poisoned. Wow, you still can't target them even when they're moving. Ah, man. I thought we might have been able to hit him like from below. Alright, strat for this. What's our strat for this, guys? Try and hit the tail. There we go. Sort of like on the upswing. Got like underneath him. Yeah. Just gonna let the poison tick and just heal it back off because we got loads of Estus. Yeah, so those little guys, you flat out cannot target them. Absolute nightmare for a mage. If you have that rapier, if you have the strength to use it, that can be quite good. Just like sort of manually aim down into the ground and try and hit either the head or the tail. You're gonna get poisoned. Oh, we got a few of these poison moths, but you need to save them for the boss. So yeah, you have to hit the head or the tail, and they're annoying but kind of cute. So, all right, we got some fire orbs still, but yeah, flame swathe. Nah, I thought that might be Galaxy Brain. I thought flame swathe might sort of hit underneath him, but it wasn't. It maybe would have if we had targeted. So we're at a bit of a crossroads now. There's a few ways we can go. This building on the left here is like where you want to go to progress. But there is a hidden bonfire here that we're going to want to pick up first. This path up here on the right is pretty perilous. So before we tackle that, we are going to hit this switch and then quickly mount the top of this pillar here so we can ride it to the top and get our bonfire. So now we're finally able to rest and like fix my spells, for goodness sake. Right, another cast of Dark Orb. Let's get the Resonant Souls. They're expansive, but they do so much damage. And lastly, with our free attunement slot, I'm just going to pop on Dark Weapon. The Stone Ring is not really doing that much, not as much as I would like it to. So we're going to use the Ring of Blades +1. This will increase our damage by a flat 35 points, which isn't amazing, but it's something. Southern Ritual Band for more spells attuned. Because these areas are so big and the enemies have so much health, it's going to take us more spell casts to kill them. So that's a viable option. Or we can go more into defense. We got a Dispelling Ring or Life Ring, Royal Soldier's Ring for maximum load. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and take the blades. Okay, we're suited and booted and ready to go. So now that we have this bonfire and we've had a wee rest, everything will respawn. We can drop down here, well, we're going to take some damage. Quite a lot of damage. And now we can tackle this path on the right, if you like. Okay, let's head up this path here. There's a few enemies. A lot of them, actually maybe all of them, have bows. So I never push too far forward, especially if you've already pulled an archer. You want to try and get close to them so they change to a melee weapon. But obviously not too close that you pull the next guys behind them. It's just take things slow. We want to use full advantage of the fact that we are a range like character, a caster, so full advantage of that. We do have 2 archers here, and then there's a 3rd guy on the ground, which we're actually able to avoid for now. You can kind of just see his body just there. Yeah, perfect. All right. Taking a few arrows, but I don't care. We got loads of health. It's fine. If we're really savvy, we can just wait till the right moment. Boom. Get a cheeky backstab on this guy. You don't want to do it too soon. You don't want to wait too long. In here, we have another one of these lizards, which we can actually use the binoculars for to aim our Dark Orb much cleaner than we tried it before. Now, if you look to the side of the cliff here, you'll see these red eye statues that are protecting another switch. So these are a little bit harder to break than the statues that we... Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought I had my staff equipped. I had my flipping mace equipped. I'm an absolute plonker. They're a bit harder than the ones in the Black Gulch. So I actually don't think my Dark Orb is going to even reach them. Oh, it does. Okay, cool. So these cannot be broken with regular arrows. They have to be broken with a spell or with a great arrow. So from here, we might be able to hit the... do you know what? I think Orb is just too big. Certainly from here now, we can shoot an arrow. How about my nice longbow? So I don't actually have the stats to use any of my bows, but that's fine. We don't have to do any damage. We just have to shoot 1 arrow. Beep, 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 beep. Just in there. Wait, what? What did that even hit? What the frick? That's so funny. There we go. Weird, like, hitboxes. So that will raise this. Let me just get rid of that bow. And we can grab these shiny shinies. Some torches, hooray. Oh, oh my god. That was a brain fart and a half. There you go. These guys are easy with the binoculars. Easy now. Here you go. Excuse me, princess. Nice. I think Dark Orb has like a bit of splash to it. So even if you like hit the ground, oh my god, this guy. Even if you like hit the ground, it kind of splashes to the buggo. Yeah, this guy. I don't know his name. Great Deku Tree. Here we pick up the Promised Walk of Peace, a miracle, which we should have the stats to use. Where's it gone? It looks like a foot, doesn't it? Does it not look like a foot? I'm sure it looks like a foot in heckin' Dark Souls 1. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's a hex. I thought it was a miracle. It does look like a foot. I was right. So this is a hex, but it uses a sacred chime. So it kind of is a miracle. It's a dark miracle. What this does is it makes people really fat. And it's hilarious in PvP. It is the PvP sort of defensive caster thing. But also I think it's included in the platinum if you're collecting all spells. Here's where to get Promised Walk of Peace. So this guy, yeah. This guy's a bit weird. So you can kill him. If you shoot him in the eyes, you can kill him. But if you this is so random. I don't know who like found this out. If you hit him with a whip, it will restore the durability on all your equipped items. Oh, and would you look at that? We actually just picked up a whip. What a coincidence. So let's have a look. Right, so my staff has lost some durability. Hit him with the whip. I don't know, he's got a fetish or something. And the staff has been replenished. I'm not really sure on the lore of this lad. But it's really funny. I don't know if there's like other weapons that do other things with this guy. But yeah, you can kill him by shooting him in the eyes. Does it have to be with an arrow? I think it maybe has to be with an arrow. I don't know if a spell will work. No. We'll leave him alive anyway because he's kind of cool. And yeah, just this weird like tree guy. But yeah, that's that secret there, which is like so heckin' cool. We got another cave down there. Huh, we'll come back to that later. We will get there eventually. So, I feel like this bit up here, up this ladder, is kind of like a trick. I feel like it's meant to like... Oh, I guess you can jump. Yeah, you can make that jump. I don't really want to try. Oh, we missed a platform. That's why. Oh, it was... I'm such a moron. It was this one. We never hit this one, guys. I'm so sorry. So, luckily we're a caster. And we can hit it from here. But yeah. This gives you a path to the bonfire as well. Which, do you know what? It's fine. Just hit this one and ride it up. But yeah, here we go. Back to our bonfire. So that's now this little like side area done. Tower of Prayer done. Oh, I tell a lie. We did miss one thing that might be important. So there's a shiny down here that we can pick up, but I think it's quite dangerous from here. But what we can do is we can lower this platform here and then quickly... Oh, I don't know if we can hit it from here. We could hit it with the bow if I would re-equip the bow. Ah, man. So we'd have to like hit it and then like quickly ride it down. I'm getting shot. Right, we got it. Right, okay. And then we can like safely roll off onto here. So this is the Thunder Quartz ring +3. I actually can't think of a situation where this would be imperative, but I don't know. Who uses lightning? Does Sir No, I don't know. I almost fell to my death there. So we did actually miss an item there. It's 2 infusion stones, Dark Knight stones. So I'll just quickly show you how to pick that up. There's a lot of like going back on yourself here. Let me just not fight you on this very narrow walkway, because that seems a bit silly. Ooh, God. What are you dropping? Oh, Sanctum Mace. Nice. So, round here gets you back to this bit here. And then we're just going to go all the way around. Jump onto here. And then, that's a jump. That's definitely a jump. Yeah, we can't just like... There we go. 2 Dark Knight stones. Yeah. Now, how do we get back? Can I make that jump back? Yeah, go on. Jump. Ah, balls. Okay, well, the bonfire's right there. I fear for my souls, though. I do fear for my souls. Right, don't attempt that jump. Just use a homeward bone or an ancient feather. Don't attempt that. There probably is a safe way. There's probably a switch that you can hit, but I was too cocky. No, we're hollow. Actually, this set probably looks better hollow. Yeah, I fear for my... Oh, my souls are there! Ah, huzzah. Huzzah, right. Not that we need them, but I hate losing souls. Okay, so from here, we're going to go take the lower path. It's just a little bit safer. Top off the health. There's 2 guys in here. One comes through the left door. One is like waiting for us around the side. So we'll pull that guy out first of all. We don't want to pull him too far back because then we're dealing with the archers. But just separating him from his pal. We've pulled the pal, unfortunately. Right, switching to range. Getting some distance. Taking one of them out. Switching back to the mace. The second hit will always stagger them. So if you have enough stamina... and you know that you're going to have time to hit them twice with a 2-handed R1 off the mace. The second hit will stagger them. I don't think that changes with the application of the stone ring. I think it's still the second hit with the regular mace. If you have a bigger bonker, boys, am I right? With your big bonkers, like the large club or the great club, that's obviously going to deal way more poise damage. Those weapons are really good. Am I safe? Yeah. Really good for this area, for these mobs, especially the ones coming up. Just anything that deals a lot of stagger, knocks stuff to the ground. Yeah, large club, great club. Old Knight Hammer, even better. The only problem with this one, Old Knight Hammer, is that it's, what's the word? It's health. I'm having a brain fart here again. It's durability is so low. It's 30. And then the Great Club's 70 and 70. What's the mace? The mace is 60. Yeah, so yeah, 30. It breaks really quickly, but it hits like an absolute truck when you level it up. And it knocks stuff to the ground. Right, okay, so here we have what is going to be a shortcut room. Just making you aware it's just down from the bonfire, the second bonfire, I should say. And then over here, we're going to get another visit from our good friend, Sinh. So not that you were running, but don't run too fast. You don't want to be on that bridge when it gets bombarded. This is something that only happens the first time you come here, which is kind of sad because like those guys on the bridge are kind of a pain. Roll around here to get focus souls. Another... Ooh, is that sorcery? I'm going to have to check now. Aye, there it is. Focus souls, sorcery. Yeah, these guys are kind of a pain if you are starting to get frustrated. Not that I've been there, am I right? They're a bit of a pain. The 2 of them just sort of like line up side by side and they charge you. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Right, so... what's this temple called? The dragon... Is this the dragon temple? I don't know if we get like a title card when we come in. Next part of the area, anyway. Dragon Sanctum. That's it. That's the one. This door here, don't worry about this door. This is for the third boss of the area. Or I guess it could be the second, I guess, but we'll do it last. But just make a note of where it is just as you come into the Dragon Sanctum. We are going towards the lovely singing. The gimmick with the Dragon's Sanctum, well, there's a couple of gimmicks, I suppose. The first one is these wall switches, but then we're well used to switches by now. So, yeah, we got wall switches. In here, there is a Soul of a Great Hero and 3 Dragon Charms. And then we have 2 ways to go. Do not pick the left path. The left path is a little bit more perilous. Oh, but it's just got one lady. No. As soon as you drop down here, you can't get back up again because the stairs are broken. We're instead going to go around to the right. Pick off as many enemies as we can, and then go for the one lonesome lady. These spirity laddies that you can see here, thank God that they're not like totally invisible. They're just mostly opaque. Their bodies are, you can see them just behind them, inside their coffins. So what you need to do is you need to destroy their armor, like on their coffins, and then that sort of breaks the curse on the ghosts. It turns them corporeal, and it means you can hit them and kill them. You only have to do this once, and I believe you can break it with anything. So even my skinny ass that has no dex can go ahead and equip, what's the lightest bow? Just a short bow. And any old arrows. There you go, iron arrows. And one shot will destroy them. It doesn't even aggro them. I don't know if we can hit this one back here as well. Ah, no. Maybe like... Yeah, there we go. So we got those 2. And then, yeah, these guys are really scary. So let's go ahead and hit them with a great resonant soul. 2 and switch. Let's get some dark orbs. Nice. Okay, we managed to get him before he even like came for us. These guys are definitely worth using your great resonant souls on. The other one is just like round this corner. I don't know if we can... I don't know if we're going to get him. We don't want to go in this path to the left just yet. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, we're so heckin' powerful. Right, so this room has... not a mimic. There's a few mimics in the DLC. One that gets me every single time as well. Destructive great arrows. Not a mimic. A cool way of the metal chests, other than obviously that they have teeth, that I didn't notice until recently, is they have buckles on the front. The mimic chests. I never knew that. I love these games so much. Katarina Helm. Onion Knight Helm. I love these games so much. Like, I've played them so many times. But I love that I can still learn stuff, you know? Maybe you're the same. Maybe you're watching this just for funsies, and maybe I am teaching you something you don't know. I live for that, you know? I love it. Soul Vessel, if you did think, oh god, magic isn't really cutting it for me anymore, and you did want to change, there's a Soul Vessel. This one, oh, some old growth BAM. I never remember which BAM does what, but it's one of the BAMs. And this one is a cheeky slab. Very nice. I like. Okay, now we can proceed. This little corridor here has a couple of guys. Oh, let's get this guy first. They are stinking laddies. So they, when you are close to them, will have a poison aura. We don't want to get anywhere near them. Just gonna do, oh, nice. 3 in a row. Three dark orbs, sorry. We've got plenty of dark orbs to take them out. Get the one in the back as well. So all these 4 guys would have dropped down if we had gone the left path down here to this lone lassie. Oh wait, there was 5. There's another guy down there as well. Right, so before we go down there, we're going to open this not mimic. And it's poisoned! Roll away! Whoa! Actually, I don't know how much hexing is going to do against this lassie. Let's have a look. Absolutely nothing. So this is where it could be useful to have like some sorcery or pyromancy equipped, because that is doing nothing on her. We want to get down there with the mace, ideally. We're going to go for her immediately. Hopefully get her down. Oh, look at that. Are you going to cut? Oh! Okay, it's like she knew we were coming for her. Right, and then turn our focus to this guy. Oh, he has no focus, man. He's away with it. Oh, so unfortunately, being in the backstab animation did not protect us from getting poisoned. But thankfully, somehow we survived. Nice. Nice wee human effigy there. Oh, there's a laddie up there. There's a laddie. So we can step on this to sort of swirl the clock around. I need to do it a few times to get it to go to the bottom where we can fit, because we're too big to fit in the small one. And proceed. So that guy's just chilling up there. I don't know if he like drops down. I think we're okay. I don't think he's gonna... Is he gonna come? Yeah, no, I think we're good. We'll keep just listening behind us just in case he does. Right, this next wee bit. There is a break in the stairs. Where is it? There. Okay, so before the break in the stairs, make note there's a door here that will open later. And a little repair powder here. Okay. We're going to firstly jump over the gap in the stairs and go to the end of the corridor. There's a switch way back here that we can hit with a spell. And there's a switch way up there on the wall that we should be able to hit with a spell. If not, I can just re-equip my bow. Oh, I've got my bow. Oh, well, in that case, we'll just use the bow. Nice. Okay. So that's 1. And then 2. Nice. It is really good that this area essentially gives you a free bow. We got that longbow +7 right at the start of the area, so really good. Oh. I thought you were on the right, sir. Okay, narrow corridor, not ideal. Can't get the backstab, also not ideal. Poisoned! Again, not ideal, right? He's gonna heal. Not ideal, he's gonna heal. Bum bum bum, chicka chicka ba. Alright, so just wait. Just wait, and this guy will take care of himself. Although not quite. Almost. This guy will almost take care of himself. So there's a switch down the bottom that we can turn these off with. So do not go for the shinies just yet. Oh, frick, I went too... I went too soon. Patience, my love, patience. Okay. Wait till they go. Right, then go. Okay. Ooh, I almost like went back up the stairs there trying to get the backstab. Sheesh. Right, nice. So a couple chests to get. They are not breathing. Always check your chests. Actually, do you know what? Breast cancer awareness. Boys and girls, always check your chests. Don't let it be said that I don't have like meaningful messages in my Dark Souls 2 walkthroughs. Some good upgrade materials in these chests. And we're free to pick up the puzzling stone sword. This is quite a cool little weapon. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Puzzling stone sword. There it is. With a segmented blade. The segments separate and the sword strikes in a whipping star. So this came out just before Bloodborne. And I feel like Bloodborne really made the segmented sword like good, you know? I can't remember what it's called in Bloodborne, but it's basically the puzzle sword. Right, so that's a little side bit done. Now we're going to deliberately fall down the hole down here. We're good for health? Yep. Okay, let's go. So on the skittering side, there's a buggo. I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall. Oh, God, we fell. Okay, that's fine. Not ideal, but it's fine. I'm going to switch to my staff. Oh, my God. Ugh. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to fall. I wanted to do this nice and safely, but just, oh my God. Trying to avoid the acid, but if you can't avoid it, obviously, can't be helped. You do want to avoid the jump attacks, though. I'm just going to go up the stairs. If we funnel them up the stairs, then they can only come at us from one direction, although there is one up the stairs just behind us. So we'll just do this, let them come one by one, and attack them. We don't have any AoE spells equipped. How did you get through? Just don't want you anywhere near me. Oh, wait, the one that was up the stairs already came down. All good. And we only need to do this once, so don't worry about using all your spells. Just keep safe. Don't underestimate the little guys. This room is disgusting. I hate it. Thank you for the balm. Right, time for pickups. We got some poo. I got some poo. More balm. I think this is more balm. No, life gems. Oh, wow. Not even worth. I mean, the balm is good, I guess. Nah, not even worth. Don't even bother coming down here, guys. Oh, heck, I fell. Oh, heck, I fell. Yeah, don't even. I mean, I didn't mean to come down here. But don't. Oh, there he is. I knew there was another one. I knew there was another one. He was just like, well, I just watched you, like, kill all of my family one by one, so I think I'm just going to chill up here, thanks. I don't know how I did not trigger him. That could have ended really badly for me. But we're not too far away from the bonfire. All these little, like, areas. The cool thing is, like, it feels like if you clear a little area, even if you die in, like, the next area, you simply, like, go straight to the next area. You just don't, like, there's no reason for us to go down there again, you know? And the extra little room with the spikes, and, you know, we did it all. Flynn's ring. So this ring, very, very, very good for low level runs. This ring is based off of your, actually it's good for us actually. So the less that you have leveled vitality, our maximum equipment load. So the cool thing about Flynn's ring, it gives you attack bonus. Where is it? Where's Flynn? Where's Flynn? There you are. Lowering equipment load increases physical attack. So it's not based off like your percentage. As you can see, bottom right here, we have 36.5% equipment burden currently. It's based off your max. So our max is 56.8. Okay. The percentage that we have equipped, that affects your roll speed and your run speed and your Estus speed, that kind of stuff. But the Flynn's ring scales off your maximum equipment load stat. So the lower your equipment load is, the higher the damage bonus is. So basically, if you have under 60 maximum equipment load, you will get the maximum bonus out of this ring, which is 50 bonus damage, which makes it absolutely incredible for SL1. Because we're not leveling anyway. But also, because we are a really low equipment burden, because we're a caster, it can work for us. It's going to be better than the Ring of Blades. Basically, we're replacing Ring of Blades with Flynn's ring, purely because we are using the mace quite a lot. So, dropping down here gets us back to this area here. So we have to then go back down the broken stairway. And instead of going this way down to the bugs, which we're never doing ever again, we're going back down here to the left. Okay, so just looking at our Sunset Staff, it's on half durability. It would be a really good time to get another bonfire right about now, huh? So next bonfire is not too far away, so do not despair. But if your equipment is getting really low, hopefully you maybe have like a repair powder on you. Just quickly pop one of those. If you're you know, if you're of any doubt, because you can always use these and you can always repair at a bonfire, but if you use it until it breaks, you have to go all the way to a blacksmith to repair it. And that's not a good time. I mean, the blacksmiths are great, but we don't want to leave, so it's not good. Okay, so in here we have little spikes that deal little bits of damage. Doesn't seem too bad, like, in little bursts, but see if you're, like, spending a lot of time in there, not good. We also have a one wee lassie, a casty lassie, let's call her that, up there, shooting at us. And we have some of these ethereal laddies down here. So the way to deal with this, we cannot attack this guy. He is incorporeal. Nothing we can do is going to get him. We need to find his body. So to do that, we're just going to draw him away. There's another one through here. We're just going to roll past him. And hopefully he's far enough away that we can hold the B button down, or the circle button down, to quickly run up this ladder. If you've made it up this ladder, then you've already won. GG. That might take you a couple of tries, but what I found is, yeah, draw the first one away, and then the second one, like, just sort of run up to him so you surprise him. And then hopefully you can make it up the ladder. Don't shoot me! We got shotguns in the face, but I've got loads of health, so it's fine. Also, this mage set. Oh, freaking! Oh, I forgot. When these guys die, they have a poison fart. They have like a parting gift where they just poop themselves as they die. God's sake. Yeah. I was just so happy we got up there first try. We have a caster set on, which tends to have high magic resistance. So I literally just like ran up to that lassie and got shot in the face. From here, it could be a good idea to shoot this. We have a caster on the left and a ghosty on the right. We cannot hit the ghosty on the right. We could go focus on the caster. Hitting that switch opened that door up there that I'm pointing to with my mace. But we want to go round here. So I think what might actually be safest, we're just going to run. Okay? We're just going to run because we can't attack this guy yet. So we go around here. There's a chest down there. Don't worry. We'll be back. We will be back. Okay, that gets you into this room. Now, what we're going to do in this room is we're just going to circle around, controlling all these enemies by ensuring that they are far enough away from us to hit each of these bodies, each of these armor sets. So, oh, that one, oh, almost got us. So, there's one. And then just keep running. And then we can get this one. Alright, keep running. The more armor sets you hit, these guys will become solid. And sometimes they like to just fall down the cliff, which actually I think is what happened with two of them there. This one might be a bit tricky. Don't hurt me! And another one. I think, was that the last one? Oh, there's two more at the back there. So now that, oh, there we go. Oh, this guy's got a crossbow. Now there's only one left. We're just going to go ahead and take him out. His, I don't know what it's called, Sanctum crossbow he's got in his right hand fires 3 bolts instead of 1. I'm pretty sure that's what that one does. Or is it that it fires a dark bolt? Oh, I think it might be it fires a dark bolt. Either way, it's kind of cool and you can get it. Right, so we've got a couple more here. Defeat all the armor sets. Well, I say defeat. Sneeze on them and they'll break all the armor sets. That way, those guys back in the... you actually saw a flash of a health bar there. The guys back at the start of the area are now targetable and defeatable. Make sure you pick up the Eternal Sanctum key. This is very, very important for a future boss. Sanctum Knight Helm. Why just the helm? Where are you? Oh, there. It's not even nice looking. A little bit lower, I suppose. So, yeah, the key is the main thing. Beating all... why do I keep saying defeating? Beating. Breaking all the armor sets and picking up the key are the main things to do in this room. So they're all broken. Let's go. The one that we ran away from will be waiting for us now. So we're just going to top off and get ready to deal with him. We also have this lassie. Oh, where did he go? Oh, I think he... right, okay. Just us and the lassie. I think he followed us and then fell off the cliff. Yeah, nice. Okay, that worked out well. But what I was going to do is just pull the big guy and then run all the way back there and then fight him like back there where she couldn't hit me, but didn't need to. Okay, so let's... If we drop down here and pick up that, we can deal with the other two knights. Unless you want to just head straight for the bonfire, which maybe you're really wanting a bonfire by now because we've done quite a lot of stuff. Oh, another poison chest. So you're probably thinking, right, we've done a lot there and we haven't got a bonfire. Don't worry, we actually just opened up a shortcut here, so it's not that bad. Remember that door I said that opens up later? But now I'll show you where the bonfire is. So first of all, I guess we'll go and pick up this chest here. And we'll get the two guys down the bottom. There's a Bloodbite ring +1. I don't think of an instance where this is ever gonna be useful, really. Bleeding? I guess the guys in No Man's Wharf, the spooky guys with the long arms do bleed. Oh, get comboed, beach. So these guys are now also hit by the spikes, which is pretty cool. Get enough away from him and he starts... Oh, it is the 3! I thought that... Yeah. Yeah, his crossbow does do the 3 bolts at once. Resident Soul just isn't doing it for me. But these guys have really high spell resistance, so... That is all it is. Resident Soul did more than Dark Orb. If you can keep him on the spikes, but then keep yourself off the spikes, he'll take steady, gradual damage, I guess. Oh my god. Devastating. That was absolutely awful. I should have died there. That was an insane dodge. Jeez. Okay. So it was messy. It was messy. You might get on better using the mace, but I just like to be as far away as possible from them. That's a torch. Not worth it. Literally not worth the damage it took to pick that up. And with that guy down, Twinkling Titanite, Holy Water Urn, 3rd Dragon Ring's at risk. Oh frick, my flippin' ring broke. Damn. Gotta be honest with you guys, I actually didn't realize that the spikes affected your equipment. Look how much damage it's done to Flynn's ring. Oh man. Wowee. Oh, that's a shame. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. I was just picking up all the things. Do be careful because now we're going to have to... That's a good ring that now I'm getting no benefit from. I'll go ahead and equip Ring of Blades for now. But yeah, oh, that makes me sad. Okay, this has something in it that we need. We'll come back to it. We're going up for now. Well, no, we're not going up. We're going like... up and then down. Up and round. So this was... I've went a weird way, I'm sorry. Right, the first room of the spikes, if you simply follow it down, instead of going there and there, yeah, there you go, follow it down. Head down here, towards the singing. We've got another guy here. But it's okay, he's not a ghosty, because we found his armor. Just pulling him away from the sheer cliff. I don't really like fighting on narrow walkways and cliffs and that. Did we hit this switch? Hit this switch here to access this chest here. This chest has another really important key in it that we'll need for another boss in this area. So now we have our 2 keys to fight Sinh and the Graverobber Trio. Okay, so now heading down here towards the singing. But before we go any further, there is a bonfire that we can grab. If we go ahead and hit this switch here, that opens up this door here. Do not miss this. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go and repair my ring. We've got loads of souls. We could get some cheeky levels if we want. You do have to jump to this bonfire, but it's really, really nice to have another bonfire. Yeah, hopefully you don't miss this one. I think a lot of bonfires in the DLCs are like hidden, which is brutal. Oh, there's your Sanctum crossbow. There you go. All right, so we're going to rest up. Travel back to Medulla, quickly visit Lenegrast. Right, repairing my broken ring. Joke sincere. We could go ahead and level up our armor that we're wearing just to give it a little bit more defense. It's leveled up with Twinkling Titanite, of which we have so many. So I'm going to level up the chest first of all, because the chest piece gives the most stats. It looks like the gloves and the trousers are equal, and then the hat is less. So let's level up the gloves, I guess, because they cost less souls to level. And then the trousers, and then I think I'm out of twinklies. I am now out of twinklies. There we go. So nice wee defensive boost. We're gonna need it. And for a treat, I'm gonna eat a human effigy, because we've got loads. And then get a cheeky level. How many souls does it take us to level at level 100 and whatever we are? 157. Let's put a point into vigor. We're going to get vigor to 50. 50 is where vigor sort of stops being as good. So for the DLC, we may as well get that to 50. And let's head on back. We were in the Dragon's Sanctum, the hidden Sanctum chamber. So as you can see, there is still a bonfire in Shulva left to get, but we will get it. Don't worry. This is where we're going for now. God, I love how this dress looks like from the back. It looks so good. But then I've got this like stupid quiver on my arse. The bow and arrows are useful for this area though, so I suppose. Alrighty, so we could drop down. We're going to take a little bit of damage, but whatever. These guys, yeah, you're going to do more damage hitting them with the mace. We can stagger them with 2 hits. Nice. But bear in mind, if you get caught in a combo with those like 2 swords, it's going to really hurt. So, don't know if I can recommend it. Okay, so again, following the singing, this is where we now meet a familiar face. And it breaks my heart. It really does break my little heart. But we are about to be invaded by Jester Thomas. Thomas was once a friend of mine, and now he is my enemy. So we're going to take him down. He's gesturing. He's a pyromancer, so it's going to be a case of dodging his spells. I'm going to go in with the mace, actually. Dodging the spells and then hitting back, but he's flipping... Dodging. He'll heal as well. Dodging and then hitting back. I'm careful going too close to him because of his conflagration. What's it called? Yeah, conflagrate. It's like a shotgun. So just waiting for him to cast, dodging out the way. Oh, that's warmth. Okay, so warmth will heal anyone standing in it, him or you. That is a firestorm. Oh my god. The reach on that thing. Now he's got... Is that flash sweat? I thought we had a backstab there. I got really excited. It's not called conflagrate, is it? That's driving me nuts. I want him out of this warmth. Combustion. It's called combustion. The fact that it won't give me a backstab is really upsetting. Oh god. I might have to heal. Just keep standing in the warmth. Oh, nice. Okay, like literally using the mace was easier than if we had tried to cast him, because he's just going to keep like dodging our spells. But if he's giving you bother, poison arrows is how I did it at level 1. Poison arrows. Poison arrows can carry you through a lot of this game. All right, so entering the mist here. Don't worry, this isn't the boss. It is the what's this area called? This is the swamp. We have these big ol' heckin' slimy dragons here, which have crazy, crazy health. Let's have a look and see how much we can do against them. Oh, also for Thomas there, I probably should have cast Dark Weapon, buffed my mace for a bit more damage. These guys have a couple of attacks. They have sort of dark lightning bolts. So that's the preferred attack. The other one is a charge attack. And a bite attack. I think it's the human teeth. I don't know. They're so spooky. So we're just trying to sort of keep our distance as much as we can. They're less scary at range until they charge. Oh damn, our flippin' spell defense is so good. Yeah, do you know what? I'm just gonna like eat those lightning attacks and cast through them. Could be worth... I wish we had more than 2 Great Resonant Souls. Oh, I used them on Thomas, didn't I? Yeah, we should have 5. And then if I wear the other hood, we would have more. How much does this do? 553, that's pretty good. All right, so we can... Oh, oops. So that actually had splash, that lightning. Because we're in water, it's got a much, much higher area of effect. When lightning hits the water, it'll have like a splash. So that's why that hit me. I'm using this sort of structure here to hide behind while I switch my spells around. Dodging under him seems to do pretty well. I don't think he has a stomp. Does he have a stomp? I don't think so. He does have a stomp. They always have a stomp. Right. There we go. Yeah, they take quite a lot of spells to fell. Many a spell to fell. But if we kill them slowly and carefully, then we only have to do it once. If you're running a bit low on health or spell uses, just stick to the right-hand side. You could probably try your luck at running or sneaking. The bonfire is literally just ahead of us there on the right. But we just found one, so hopefully you're all right. And you're not doing too bad. But yeah, here's our next bonfire. Swampy bonfire. I'm not going to rest because I'm doing all right. But we are going to pick up everything here, so... does this guy go around? Oh, we could rest and get Great Resonant Soul back. But then we get that other guy back. Yeah, go on. Okay. We should be able to avoid the 2 that we already killed. Round to the left. And just deal with these ones. That's actually mental that hit me. Such a big splash. So the bite, we're going to go between his legs. And that is much faster with a better spell. Unfortunately, a spell can be really good, but if it's only got 5 casts, you can't really do much. Okay, we got one there. And then that one's patrolling. And then one over there. Hi! I want that shiny behind you. It's probably not even anything good. Oh. Wow, so... I thought that was pretty spot on dodge time in there. They have a stomp and a jump. Rolling in between their legs seems to do very well, but do watch out, they do stomp. Targeting the leg there seemed to do like no damage, so I don't know if they have like armored feet or something, but just keep trying to target the body. So we're just going to keep rolling under their legs. Unfortunately, it keeps breaking my target lock. Ah, my roll was a wee bit off there. Do I have time for a heal? Yeah, we do. They're quite slow, aren't they? I mean, they're terrifying, but at least they're quite slow. Right, let's try with the mace, actually. Let's see if... Oh, dark weapon? I would have to put my mace in my other hand. Yeah, we can do that. If I want to buff it, it has to be in the opposite hand from my staff. Oh. Brain short circuit. Yeah, so this will make it deal quite a bit more damage. Hold triangle or Y to two-hand your left-handed weapon. I'm pressing the wrong button. Yeah, that's good damage. Obviously, we're right in the firing line in melee. But maybe that helps if you're low on spells. Nice! That was easier, almost. Okay, so that's how you kill the dragon laddies. We've got 2 dried roots there. Dried roots are a new DLC item, actually. I don't think we talked about these. Restores HP for a long period. I'm pretty sure those are not in the base game, only in the DLC. And over here we have a Soul of a Great Hero. 20,000 if I'm not mistaken. And lastly, I hope I don't pull those other dragons. I say dragons, they're like salamanders, eh? 3, a human effigy. So if you are a slave to fashion, then there's some human effigies. Right, so careful you don't go too far to the edge here, even though you can kind of see a shiny there, which is so, like, misleading. It's a cliff. You'll die. You'll die. Do not die. That would make me sad. Before we continue on, head up this platform here, and we're going to pop the dragon stone into the dragon gong. And this will unlock the 2 bosses, the main 2 bosses in the DLC, Elana and Sinh. There you go. There's our bridge. Good to go for later on. And we continue this way. Before we take the elevator, we're just going to run through here and pick up the sword over here. Drake Blood Great Sword. Right, so here is our... Oh, I keep doing the... I keep doing the block. Here is our shortcut. So, as always, when you unlock a shortcut, take it, obviously, because it might not just be this elevator. There might be another door to open or something. Never assume. Plus, you need to know where it goes, so... This one in particular goes here, where there is a second elevator to take. Let's just pick up this human effigy while we're here. We can head up there for the next part of the area, but we're not going there yet because we haven't quite opened up our shortcut. It's up here. Ba 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 ba. Elevator music. Ba 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 ba. There we go. So you may recognize this as the place where I said, hey, we don't have to go down here yet because it'll be a shortcut later on. Welcome back to Shulva. Why does it tell me that again? This is the first bonfire. The Sanctum Walk bonfire. So I just rest in there just to get my spells back. And also because stuff respawning, it's not a big deal. So we're going to rest there and head back down. I don't know why I feel like running in a circle makes the elevator go faster. I really don't think it does, but... Or do I? Also, my character's been fighting in heals this entire time, so that's pretty cool. Okay, right. We continue to the next section. Past this big, ominous staircase, bridge. Into the Dragon Sanctum once again, but we're like on the top floor now. We're on the top floor and we like gradually make our way down. I love how a lot of this is all like, it's all been like destroyed. Presumably by the dragon? I don't know. So we make our way down the crumbling staircases and broken walls and stuff like that to eventually get down to our first boss. Oh my god, you can see it from here. There's the fog wall. Yeah. Right, so that is Elana, the Squalid Queen. So we will have a chat about Elana when we get to her. But first, this area has a couple of things of note. There is a hidden bonfire. So there will be a closer bonfire. Oh, I hear some twinklies. There is a closer bonfire for the boss, so don't despair. Also, it has a few of these guys that are like... They fight like NPCs, but they're not NPCs. They're just guys. So because they're heavily armored, the mace is doing a good deal of damage. So literally, I just want them to like walk into my mace. So I'll kind of like start attacking just as they're like approaching me, just as they're about to attack me. But yeah, more on that in a sec, because in here we have a room full of twinkly boys, and you can hear them twinkling. So if we do this, I don't think Dark Orb is going to do much versus the twinkly guys. So they all come running out. Okay, 2 Dark Orbs, so we might be able to get a couple. Oh my god, I got 1. So you can go back to the bonfire, or you can simply reload the game. Reloading the game is going to take me so long, because for some reason my Dark Souls 2 is like super like long to load. I don't know why. Plus I'm playing offline, so it just takes so long. So I'm not going to be doing that. But just reload the game to get the Titanite lizards to reappear. Or you can head back to the bonfire. So through here, this is where they were, but it's easier if you just let them all like run through and come to you. There's no need to go in here, I suppose. Don't know why I came in here. I guess just to show you not to come in here. Because you'll miss them, I guess. And now from here, can we hit this guy? Nice. He's so confused. Where are these orbs coming from? And then we can head through here. Now, something peculiar about this room. It's full of chests, but the chests have already been looted. So what I like to think is that that is a clue that someone has already been here before you. And they have been robbing graves. And, you know, that makes me mad. That makes me cross, it does. So let's kill them. Yeah, I believe that room is meant to be like a little hint that Graverobber Trio, that's what they were doing. And then they like spent too much time here and they obviously go hollow. But yeah, that's that room. So another one of these not NPCs. I don't know how they are with dodging. They don't seem to want to dodge. So yeah, we can use spells. Resonant Soul a little bit faster than Dark Orb. Why did I turn my back to him? That is a bad thing to do. Don't do that. I think I was going to run away and then I stopped. So I like turned and healed. That was oh, don't do that. don't get backstabbed. I always think the hidden bonfire is on this level, but it's not. It's on the next level. So we keep going. What was I talking about? Yeah, Graverobber Trio. Yeah, they go a bit hollow, and we're like, well, better kill them. Better put them out of their misery, I suppose. Yeah, this level here. So when you get to this level where there is this square hole in the ground, and then this goes down there to that. I don't know. Hopefully, don't miss this. I'm trying to like, yeah, look for the square hole. That's all you'll know. That's where you'll know you're in the right place. I do not want to fight you anywhere near that hole. I want to fight you here. Nice aim. Your aim is almost as bad as mine, mate. I wish we had just a little bit more poise break so that when I hit him, he like staggered. But we're doing enough damage, and they don't seem to heal. So we can just take some damage to kill him. So on the side, if you press A against the wall, is your hidden bonfire room. I hate hidden bonfires, but also it's, I guess it's kind of like you're meant to play online, right? You're meant to play online, and then when you play online, you'll see the messages from people going, bonfire ahead! Don't miss this bonfire! You know? So that's what that's all about. I get it, but also, what if someone's having a really terrible time and they miss the bonfire? You know? Just a quick reminder about Resonant Soul. If you're using Resonant Soul or Great Resonant Soul and it's not doing any damage, it's because it costs souls to cast. So Resonant Soul is 100 and Great Resonant Soul is 500. If I am not mistaken. But at this point, souls are not that useful to me, so that's how I'm using them. Here's another room full of treasure chests that have been already looted. It kind of makes you mad, doesn't it? But on here we have the Drake Blood set. So, right. So we came down the stairs there, and that's how we were able to get to this bit. So the safest way, I think, is if we go back up the stairs. Head back up to the bonfire. We'll have a little sit, and then we will head to the boss to silence the singing once and for all. So yeah, Elana, let's prepare a little bit before we leave the bonfire. Elana herself is not that scary. However, her strength is that she summons other people to help her. Namely Velstadt. For some reason, I'm not 100% on the lore as to why she summons Velstadt, but she summons flippin' Velstadt. Remember, with his big heckin' great hammer and stuff like that. So that's fun. Also, she casts spells at us as well. She summons skeletons and piggies. And she has this killer scythe that does crazy damage. Now, Elana is herself dark. She casts dark magic, and thus she has an innate resistance to dark, which is terrible for us. However, she's weak to magic, and the guys that she summons are weak to our mace, weak to strike. So we should have enough in our arsenal to deal with everything. So even though she's still resistant to dark, she's still going to take damage from dark, but it's not going to be optimal. So what I might do is Great Resonant Soul and Resonant Soul here and Dark Weapon here. Just take them off. So we've got 5 slots to play with. We're going to want some Crystal Soul Spear. No, we're not, because it's 53 flippin' intelligence. We're going to want some Soul Spear. That's probably our most powerful magic spell. And then let's go for some Great Soul Arrow. So not Great Heavy Soul Arrow. Let's go for Great Soul Arrow. It's going to be much quicker to cast, although it'll do less damage. We're also going to get some Fire. Let's go for... so you get 1 cast of Forbidden Sun. That's mental. Let's go for Great Fireball. You get 4 casts of that. And let's get some lightning. So basically we want magic for Elana, fire for the skeletons and the piggies, and then dark just as like a backup. For Velstadt, I'm hoping we can just use the mace because he's weak to strike as well. Let's go ahead and attune more magic. Homing Crystal Soul Mass, actually. Do you know what? That'll be good because we're going to spend a lot of time running around. So let's just keep up some Soul Mass. Yeah, okay, let's try this. If you're limited on like spells, and you maybe don't mind going to respec, I found anyway, is quite weak to the rapier. So we did build up that rapier, but currently I don't have the dex to use it. I need to go and do a cheeky respec. But if you use the rapier and then get some aromatic ooze on it, actually let's go ahead and equip that. Because that's how we'll open the fight. You get like a big window right at the start of the fight to do some damage. So we're going to want the ooze for that. I'm going to put my mace back in my right hand because I know that it'll confuse me if I don't. Get rid of the bow, get rid of the binoculars. We don't need them confusing us. We've got these 2 rings buffing our mace, and then this ring buffing our casting, and this one just for a little bit of protection. We maybe want to change this, however, because are you maybe more likely to get hit by her spells? I don't know. I think what's most likely to hit me is her scythe and maybe Velstadt. So I'm going to keep this steel protection, I think. Or maybe third dragon ring. HP, stamina, and equipment load. Yeah. Yeah, go on. Defense, or more HP. I don't know. Both are good. Both are good. Okay, let's go have a go. Let's talk Elana. So, from here, out from the bonfire, round here, towards the lit torch, on the left, and drop down. So from here, we can sort of safely drop down to her fog wall. But first, we're going to just quickly go over here and grab this. Vine Balm over here. We got 2 of these laddies here, which you can just burn dark orbs on because we're not really planning on using them much on the boss anyway. But if you do need to go back to the bonfire, just use your ancient feather or a homeward bone and go back to the bonfire to get your spells back. Maybe we can get the sneaky on this guy. Let's just cast. I'll get right up to him for the backstab and then he'll like turn around right at the last minute probably. Large Soul of a Brave Warrior. 3 Twinkling Titanite. And 5 Small Smooth and Silky Stones. Not bad actually. We can pop those Titanites into our armor for a bit more defense. And then we're going to run at this to get back down. Okay. So I never really talk about summons, do I? I actually had someone comment like, why do you claim to be showing the best way to beat these bosses and then you don't summon? I'm like, oh yeah, good point actually. So if you are in human form, you've used a human effigy, you can summon Steelheart Ellie here. The good thing about Ellie is she is just a distraction. So while she is possibly fighting Velstadt, you can just like, especially as a caster, you can literally just focus on Elana. Fighting anything 2-on-1 is quite often a real bad time. So if you bring a summon with you, whether it's an NPC or a fellow player, you're going to have a better time. There is also Ben Heart of Yugo. If you've been following Ben's questline in the base game, you can summon Ben back here. And I believe, yeah, this boss should count for part of his questline. So for Ben Heart of Yugo, in order to get his Blue Moon Greatsword and his equipment, you need to summon him for 3 boss fights, and he has to survive. So it's like this one, Giant Lord, Congregation's another one. Anyway, so there's potentially 2 summons. Be aware though, if you bring an NPC summon or a player, if you bring any summon, oh, she stops singing when you get close. I love that. Oh no, she doesn't. She doesn't stop. She keeps going. Yeah, if you bring a summon, a boss will have 50% more HP for each summon. So if you bring 2 extra people or NPCs, she's gonna have double the health. But I feel like the benefits of being able to just wail on her far outweigh her extra health. Usually. Usually. But the reason I don't normally bring summons is because I feel like it affects the boss's moveset. Sometimes I can't get her to do what I want her to do because she's focusing on the NPCs. So that's why for the walkthroughs, when I want to show you, here's how you deal with this, I want to control the boss and I want it to do what I want her to do. So that's why I personally don't usually bring a summon unless it doesn't really make much of a difference. Like for example, with Moonlight Butterfly in Dark Souls 1. Okay, so Elana, yeah, once we get in there, she's going to be singing at the back of the room. We're going to open up with some aromatic ooze on the mace. Probably just for this like starting bit. You get like quite a decent amount of time before she gets her scythe out to damage her. From here, it's kind of an RNG fight because she will start summoning. If you get Velstadt right at the start, it's a much harder time. But if you get piggies, you're going to have a better time. So, the scythe, yeah, as you can see here, oh my god, did I get hit by every single one of them? This scythe deals a lot of damage. If you're at range, she will cast these dark spells at you. She has heckin' Flame Swathe, which she will do that. It'll always appear beside you. Sometimes she does flipping 2 of them. Okay, we got Skellies, which is great. And because we've got the mace out, we can literally kill them in 1 hit. Which is great. But do be aware, she is going to be casting the Flame Swathe. Also, the she's got like a fan that she does. And I don't know what to call that. She's got like a horizontal bullet eye thing and then a vertical bullet thing. So either they come out in a fan or they come straight for you. So there's the fan. And there's a Flame Swathe. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave 1 skeleton alive. This is because she will hesitate to summon again if there is still a summon active. Skeletons are brilliant because they're quite easy to control. So I'm just healing up here before we head back to her. Always assume when she's teleporting that she's trying to teleport behind you. But she seems to be playing quite relaxed at the minute. Oh, I got knocked right into that there. Okay, so we're just controlling, just sort of trying to get close to her. Watching what she does. And then being aware always of that skeleton chasing us. So we're sort of like always moving. Soul Spear is not doing as much as I wanted it to do, really. Which is disappointing. I'm going to try with Dark Orb because there might not be much between it. Okay, so there we go. She's teleported. Always assume it's going to be right beside you because she's going to like try and scythe you. This is a lot harder as a caster than as a melee. I'm going to say it. Yeah, that damage is not that good. Right, okay, so avoid the Flame Swathes. If I'm not mistaken, she doesn't always do 2 of them. Yeah, so 1 hit of my mace does almost the same as the Soul Spear. I don't know if we're going to get time to put the aromatic ooze on. Here we go. So I'm trying to get the skeleton sort of behind her. That was clumsy. Yeah, I'm trying to trap the skeleton behind her so that I can control him. But it's not going that well. But the main thing is she's not summoning Velstadt. Oh, she is summoning Velstadt. Okay. Okay, so we can go ahead and down the skeleton because now it's about to get really hard. So now we have to try and slowly chip away at Velstadt while she is going to be teleporting to us, casting at us the whole time. So Velstadt, weak to strike. However, I'm going to try and keep my distance. What does that Great Soul Arrow do? 146. That's actually pathetic. I'm going to keep my distance. Gonna probably play with some Homing Crystal Soul Mass. Just running around the room like a plonker. Taking hits like a plonker. Eating flipping life gems. Oh my gosh. Right, okay. Okay, now that we've had a little look, I'm gonna lock in and try and get you some good footage of this boss. And we'll do some post-commentary. Okay. Hello, Rach from the future here. How are we doing? Elana, yeah, as mentioned before on the previous fight, Elana just is easier in melee. So I think we're going to mainly stick to the mace on this turn. This fight is largely RNG as well, which can make it quite a frustrating one because she's actually so easy if she doesn't summon Velstadt. But if she does, oh god, a lot of the time it's sometimes easier just to throw and come back and try again. Kind of like Melania in Elden Ring. Like sometimes you get 4 waterfowls and sometimes you get 1. So be aware if you are mainly sticking to melee, she has this new ability here, this AoE sort of like hex. I always thought it looked like a cloud of flies kind of ability. So you want to watch out for that. And also, I've done something kind of pants there, and while she was summoning the skeletons, I backed off. It's just like an instinct, isn't it? Oh, what's she doing? She's doing something. Back away. But that is one of your big windows that you can get some real damage on her, especially because we had our mace buffed with magic. So I missed a little opportunity there, but she's lost tons of health. So we're actually doing no bad. Homing Crystal Soul Mass ain't impressing me much, really. I just think, I don't know why it's just really rubbish sorcery. I've got decent intelligence. I think it's just this DLC, like everything is just so resistant to magic. But there you go. Again, she's teleporting, so just assume she's teleporting behind you and always be ready to run away. Leaving one skeleton up last time didn't really do that much. So we've actually decided this time just to kill them all. When you get pursuers, these things, we're going to just try and strafe so that they miss us. We missed another little damage window there of her summoning more skeletons. Skeletons are kind of like, you're hoping for pigs. Skeletons are next. And then Velstadt is like the worst. So yeah, it's skeletons. We'll take it. It's not pigs, but it's not Velstadt. So it's literally just looking for windows, backing off. Life gems, like I don't know if you've got much chance to use an Estus here, really. You're mainly going to be using life gems and running with them. Just taking so much damage. Ring of Steel Protection might be good here rather than the... So we're using Clear Bluestone Ring, which is a cast time speed ring. So I'd maybe replace that with Ring of Steel Protection just because of how much damage we're taking. So, right, get all healed up. And then move on in. We know we're not going to take that much damage from the Pursuer, like from her dark magic, so we can be a little bit more relaxed around her casting. We can get some good damage in here while she's casting, while she's summoning. Nice. Okay. Very good. Just, I guess you'll get to know the difference between her animations for... Also, I just want to point out, she did skeletons again. Third time. No Velstadt on this try. That's, like I said, that's all it takes sometimes. Panicking a little bit here, just trying to finish her off, but it keeps like, the targeting keeps changing to the skeleton, so I am panicking a little bit. But hey, there you go. It was dirty, but we did it. Right, we got much luckier there. Literally, this boss can definitely just come down to RNG, like whether you get Velstadt or don't get Velstadt. Like, it might just be a case of keep trying until you simply do not get Velstadt and you get lucky. But hopefully we showed that off well enough. Definitely a lot easier just to hit her in melee, honestly. Which is... Elana was one of the main reasons why I was like, yeah, we're going to have some kind of backup here, because casting, it just doesn't deal enough damage. It's so slow. And you will quickly, I guess, run out of spells. Anyway, that's her down. First boss down, 2 to go. And the second one is right here. Literally right here, right after Elana. Sinh the Slumbering Dragon. This is the white lad, stony lad, that we've seen a couple times in this area, leading up to this area. And he's pretty cool. I quite like Sinh. A few main things to know about Sinh. He does poison damage, and he does, like, weapon damage. His skin is quite literally made of, like, toxic, corrosive stone. So basically anything you hit him with, it's going to get, like, ruined really quickly. So we are going to mainly focus on the mace for this fight. However, we do need to make sure that that doesn't like break halfway through. So a couple ways we can combat that, right? So, let me go ahead and, because I don't want to have too many things on my bar. Let's just get rid of these off the bar. I don't know why my S's are like 1 space in. I noticed that earlier, that they were 1 space in. There we go, all tidied up. We can put some repair powder on our bars. Now, I actually have 12, so that's fine. But the funky thing about repair powder is it actually takes a day and a half, like when you cast it, to use it. And that is a huge space of time, especially when you're trying to like dodge boss attacks and that. So repair powder, you know, it'll work, but not necessarily work in a pinch. So another thing you can do is you can sacrifice a ring slot and you can use the bracing knuckle ring. So we've got base and we've got +2. +2 you can pick up just off the ground. It's in the Undead Crypt. If you like, I will link you the part of my walkthrough where we go to the Undead Crypt, if that's helpful. I'll link that for you in the cards above. But it's literally just sitting on the floor, ready to be taken. So this is worth equipping, I think, because Sinh, we don't really want our weapon breaking halfway through the fight. It's just going to cause a panic. And also we can't really rely on repair powder because it takes too flippin' long. However, you know, a mix of these two, at least we have them on our bars ready to go. Another thing is, let's switch things around. So we are mainly going to use the mace. Let's buff it. So let's put the Sunset Staff in my left hand. If I just can find that there. I'm going to keep a hold of Kaitha's Chime. Let's swap our spells back to what we had before. So we got 3 Dark Orbs. And we've got both of the Great Resonant Souls. And then Dark Weapon. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Perfect. I've got a lot of souls, actually. So we can pop back and just bank those before we go into the fight. We could buff our weapon with other things other than Dark Weapon, though. Like if you have, like, weapon buffs. Aromatic ooze, gold pine resin, charcoal pine resin, dark pine resin, rotten pine resin. Don't bother with rotten, okay? Actually, don't bother with charcoal either. Neither of which are going to do anything to this boss, but the others will add like a little bit of flat damage onto it. I actually still have some bright bugs. I forget to mention bright bugs. I always just assume it's one of those items that, oh, I probably used them a long time ago, but I don't know, I've still got some bright bugs. Could be a good boss to use them on. I don't know. I'd maybe save them for Ludden Zalen in a future episode. Possibly. A boss that you need to burn down really fast. Yeah, we'll save them. We'll not use them. Okay, the other thing we want to make sure we have on our bars is poison cure items. So we have Poison Moss. You can also use the Monastery Charm, although I think the Monastery Charm has a really long cast time as well. But it could be worth a try. I actually can't recall. We'll just pop it on there. And that's it for items on my belt. Rings wise, right, so Bracing Knuckle. And then Ring of Blades +1, Flynn's Ring. That's going to boost the damage of our mace. Clear Bluestone Ring, we are not going to do that much casting. I don't know, we might. So it's not a bad ring choice. However, you might want to pick a defensive choice. Poison Bite Ring, we've got +1. That's going to do well here, or even a Flame Quartz Ring +2. There is one particular attack that is very hard to dodge that does fire damage. So I think out of the two of them, let's go with Flame Quartz Ring for a bit of fire defense. And then if we do get poisoned, we have plenty of Poison Moss and Monastery Charms to combat the poison. But let's go Fire Ring. Physical Ring wouldn't go amiss either. There's another attack that's very hard to dodge that does physical damage. So either of those... what's the physical ring called? I've actually forgotten. Steel Protection. Yeah, so Steel Protection or Flame Quartz. Either of those are going to be good. Another ring which I actually have not been using is the Abyss Ring. And I thought about this on the last boss. The Abyss Ring... Here we go, sorry. Abyss Seal. From joining the Pilgrims of Dark, increases attack strength of hexes, but casting them reduces HP. It's minimal HP loss. It's like, hang on, if I like put it on here and show you here, like so. Yeah, so tiny little bits of HP. It's not even, you can't even see it. There it is. So it just slowly ticks away, like your own little personal like life orb if you guys play Pokemon. So Abyss Seal, that's going to make our hexes do 7.5%. I had to look that up. More damage. And I think we've been sleeping on the Abyss Seal, actually. So we're going to use that. And then Flynn's Ring will affect the mace. So I think between those two rings, we've got a kind of hybrid setup on the go. A bit of mace, bit of staff. That should serve us well. Before, I'm getting ahead of myself now. Before that, we want to go and bank these souls because we just got a lot of souls off of Elana and we don't really want to waste them. I mean, like, it's a boss where there's no run back. Like, literally. Bonfire, boom, fog wall. But, I don't know, you could die at the very back of the arena and lose your souls, and you don't want to be that guy who was, like, too lazy to go back to Majula. So, I can actually get a couple of points here. Oh, I can get 3 points into vigor, almost at that cap of 50. Not bad. We're doing well. We're doing well. And I'm going to dump the rest of the runes. Oh god, souls. Blood echoes into life gems just to get them up to 99. Oh, or 77. That's fine too. Okay, so souls banked. Let's go fight Sinh, the Slumbering Dragon. I mentioned there's a couple moves that are quite tricky in this fight. But like I said, there's no run back, so if it takes you a few tries, just focus on starting to learn the boss's tells, like his subtle little movements that he makes before each attack, and then learn how best to counter them. I'll show you how I counter them, and then hopefully that works for you too. Hello once again from the future. So, Sinh the Slumbering Dragon. This doesn't go too well for me. It takes me a little bit to like remember it, but I do feel like that's quite handy for the walkthrough because I can show you the main pitfalls with this boss. This boss always opens up with the same move. He's going to wake up because he's sleepy, do his fire breath. He's going to charge forward, sweep his head, and then stomp his front legs down. If you are anywhere near him, as you can see here, this is a very difficult move to dodge. The easiest way to combat this move is to get out of the way of it, to dodge backwards, just outrange it. His second move there, we saw he fires a ball of fiery, poisony stuff at you. This is a sort of quite tight dodge timing. Dodge to the side to avoid that. The most dangerous place to be is right in front of him. As soon as you start dealing with the swipes and the bites, this boss is a lot harder. But as you can see, it does have a few windows where you have like plenty of time to heal, so there's that. Safest place to be in melee is at his back feet. When you see him rear his legs like this, move to the tail, get a few hits on the tail. You can cut the tail off, which means he won't be able to do his tail attack, which is cool. Another fireball there. Always expect him to then swoop down. It can be a bit tricky, sort of the camera control here, just always making sure that you're focused on him, but you can't necessarily stay locked on all the time. So ideally we want to stick sort of a little distance away from him, sort of in front of him, bait him into doing his fire breath attack, dodge this to the side of it, and then get a few hits, whether with your mace or with your spells. However, if you're planning on using spells like Great Resonant Soul, I don't actually have any souls on me. I believe that's what I was thinking about there when I died in that moment, and that's why I was distracted and died. Yeah, we'll go with that. So we will need to just quickly pop a soul. Just any old soul. We've got loads. We've got loads going spare, just so we have enough to cast. So yeah, 5,000 souls should do it for 10 casts of Great Resonant Soul. So let's try that again. We're going to walk in, trigger the boss, pop Dark Weapon on our mace. It's not exactly doing tons. It's not doing tons of damage. It's really bad, actually. But it is better than without Dark Weapon. Great Resonant Soul's doing okay, actually. That was like 500, 400 on the Dark Mace. Yeah, not bad. So, keeping to his back legs. Here you will always avoid the swipes. However, he will jump in the air quite a lot. So when he jumps in the air, he can either do the fireball, the swoop, which you will need to dodge to the side. It's quite tight timing on this. And be aware that if you are near him... I always get hit by that bloody stomp. If you are near him when he lands, he does a tail swipe. So just try and not be anywhere near him when he lands from the swoop. And the third move he can do, we're going to see shortly, is a fire breath. This one's quite hard to dodge as well. So there you go. See the tail sweep as it sweeps around behind him. When you see him shake his head, that means we're going to get a fire breath attack. That's what we're looking out for. That little shake of the head, shaky the neck, and we run up to him. If you are too far away and you're not going to make it to his head, you might have to make a judgment call and run backwards rather than forwards. So there's the swoop, watch the tail. When he breathes the fire bombs, the fire poison bombs, they do leave behind a toxic cloud. Here's the fire breath. There we go. Yeah, they do leave behind a toxic cloud, which you should stay away from. But we do have our poison moss clumps, just in case you do hang around them too long and get poisoned. So the fire breath, yeah, the fire breath is quite tricky to dodge, but once you get it, well, I got hit by it there, lol. Once you get it, you'll get it. I was literally a way to say. It's a forward dodge forward with this one. Do I get it now? Okay, I get it now. But that's why we have the flame quartz ring on, because this move is one of the ones where you can't just like outrange it. You have to kind of hope that you get the dodge timing right. That was a little neck shake there, and then a sort of forward facing fire breath attack. So that one's a little trickier to punish. You sort of ideally want this one here, the sweep from side to side fire breath. If you can get... I keep going to the left, but if you go to the right, you can get a couple hits on the spear that's sticking out of him. That's a weak spot. So if you can get a couple hits on the spear, you get like massive damage from that. So we're doing this cycle of hitting him, backing off so we avoid this neck sweep and stomp attack. We can then counter if we're fast enough with a Great Resonant Soul, and then as he's breathing fire, rush in with the mace. That's how it works for this build. Oh, I feel like a mug for worrying so much about weapon degradation, because that actually wasn't that bad. I mean, I did have the Bracing Knuckle Ring equipped, so like... But yeah, that did nothing. I so thought my like mace would be... It lost 7 points of durability. I thought it would be in much more trouble than that. Abyss Seal, really doing some good work on the hexes there. I think that went really well. Obviously, personally, I'm still a little bit clumsy in a couple of areas of that boss fight, but overall, I think that went really well. You can really control Sin and control which attacks that he is giving out based on just where you're standing. Jorg, the one who shot that spear through Sin, we can get his ring here. His ring, sometimes deflects spells. Probably the most useless ring in the game. Only slightly more useful than the Blood Bite ring, maybe. But with that, that is Sinh the Slumbering Dragon. We get our Crown of the Sunken King, our first of 3 collectible crowns. Collect the set in the DLCs. Each of these 3 crowns has another effect, as well as obviously looking highly fashionable. This one gives you a few stats. So I can't remember off the top of my head. It looks like it's -1 vigor, -1 vitality, but it gives you endurance, strength, and dex, and faith. Yeah. So I'm not wearing it because witch hat, but it could be useful. It was a little bit useful in SL1, kind of, but also it looks cool. Collect all 3 of the crowns from the 3 DLCs, and you get something nice. You get some nice lore. But yeah, Sinh, second boss down, and 1 to go. But technically, like, the last boss is, like, optional, but I'm sorry. We're not all about that optional boss's life. We're about doing all the bosses, right? Haha, but the last boss it kind of sucks. So I wouldn't blame you if you did want to skip this one. You have my blessing. You're not missing anything good if you skip this last boss. The Graverobber Trio, what the flip is happening to my leg? Oh my god, it's come through my shoulder blade. Nice, we finally got 50 vigor. Cap it there. Do not level vigor past 50 because you have diminishing returns. Let's go ahead and dump into... I guess we could start doing dex for the rapier. It's not a big deal though, really. Just dump it into there. Okay, and then the last of the 5k into life gems, I suppose. Okay, so I mentioned Graverobber Trio. If you were finding all those treasure rooms and they were empty and you were mad about that, which, you know, yeah, I'm kind of mad too, then you might want to go and get your revenge on this boss. But this boss absolutely sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much. So I, like, never fight fair on this boss, and I don't mind admitting it. I never fight fair. The main way to cheese this boss coming up, it's 3 guys, right? It's 3 guys. They all fight like players. But they can be poisoned, and poison is the best way to deal with them. So there's a few ways you can use poison to beat the Graverobber Trio. Our way is going to be with pyromancies. Now you can get Poison Mist from Rosabeth up there on the hill. You can kind of just see her naked. And Toxic Mist is from Strayed. So you trade him the Royal Rat Vanguard Soul in exchange for Toxic Mist. So we're going to go ahead and attune both of these because Poison and Toxic in this game are kind of crazy. Something can be poisoned and strong poison, aka Toxic, at the same time, and it's just silly damage. So I got 1 more slot, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop another Dark Orb on, just in case we run out of poison. I mean, you know, we need some damage. If you're not a caster, your choices are Poison Arrows, which you can get from Gavlan. He wheel, Gavlan, he deal. If he is not in the Doors of Pharos for you, like his final sort of spot between Doors of Pharos and Brightstone Cove Zeldora, he's like just before Brightstone Cove. You first meet him in No Man's Wharf, and then you meet him in Harvest Valley, and then he moves to Doors of Pharos. But he sells as many as you like poison arrows once he's in his final spot. So you can get poison arrows and use your bow. Doesn't matter what damage your bow does, because most of the damage is going to come from the poison. So don't worry if it's not leveled up. But we did pick up a +7 bow from Shulva. So we got longbow +7 if you have 16 dexterity. That's the kicker. That is the kicker. But fear not, if you don't have intelligence or faith or dex, if you're a big caveman, I guess, there is one more thing, and that is poison knives. Now, this is going to be the most difficult way to poison them, but it does still work, because these guys will dodge them. Poison throwing knives, like, take a long time to cast, although about the same amount of time, I suppose, as firing an arrow. But poison knives, they do exist. You've got dung pies as well, but also the thing with dung pies is, it also poisons you. So do be aware and make sure you have some poison curatives. I mean, we already have poison curatives on our bar from fighting Sin, which I'm actually going to take off because I don't need them. Okay, let's switch stuff back to our sort of progression loadout. We will get to the boss and then I will talk more about the boss because I think that's us. We're free to go now. Just get everything you need before you leave Firelink, and then we're going to leave Firelink. I'm going to leave my casting in my left hand and then my mace in the right hand. I don't know why I never did that from the start. That makes complete sense, doesn't it? Okay, so how to get to the Graverobber Trio. It was a door way back just as we entered the Dragon Sanctum, and I went, hey, remember this door? Don't worry about this door. We did pick up the key to this door back in the big room with the pits. All the ghosts' haunted armor that we destroyed, and we also picked up a key. So that key opens this door here in just at the start of the Dragon Sanctum. So we have the Tower of Prayer bonfire here. It's the closest one. It's a short trip down to the Dragon Sanctum from this bonfire. And there will be another bonfire before the boss, so don't worry too much about being 100% ready to go before we set off. There is another bonfire. So I'm going to go ahead and... oh god, can I... Oh. I'm just going to run, which is probably what not to do. Just run with everything chasing you. Oh, Forlorn! That was really unlucky. He spawns like right in front of me. Forlorn is always just a chance to spawn. You get lucky or you get unlucky. With Forlorn, I guess we got unlucky. Oh my god, his damage is actually crazy. So the worst thing about this is just the little narrow platforms that we're fighting on, but seem to be doing okay. Oh, I've run out of souls. Oh, hang on, we can take him in here. This is much better. We'll take him in here. He will actually not go anywhere near the center of this room because it's an elevator. So he's coded to be like, oh, don't stand on the elevator or things could, hecky-weckies could hecky happen. So we can sort of hold him in this room. Oh, this is perfect. And we can just chip away at him. This is using all of my soul spells. He doesn't dodge, but he's got crazy HP. I like that staff, bro. There we go. Yeah, not ideal, but hey, that's him taken care of. Yeah, so if you do get Forlorn, sorry to hear that. And if you don't, haha, you got lucky. These guys will both charge at us. I don't know if we can like pull one. Nah, they both charge at you. So wait till they finish their charge and then attack. Hopefully they don't block me. They blocked me. Right, let's just get back up here again, back up to this room again. A little heal. They're annoying, but they're most annoying because of the bridge you fight them on. Like you can't get behind them for a backstab. You can sort of squeeze past them, but they're just a pain. Right, there we go. Cheeky backstabs, best way to deal with those. Oh, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. It's been a long episode. Not gonna lie, I did not record this all in one take. It's a long area. I quite like what I've done here, though. I hope you feel the same. Please do feel free to feedback if you don't like the format. But I'm kind of into a long YouTube video at the minute. So maybe, I know some of you listen to this more like a podcast than actually playing along. So hopefully you like it too. If you would prefer smaller chunks, rather than a big video with chapters, that's good feedback, so let me know. All right, this door here on the left opens with the Eternal Sanctum key. On the other side, immediately, there are a few of these lassies. Now, they're not going to take much damage from our hexes, so we're going to have to go in there with the mace. But just be aware that's going to be risky. Oh, that's fine. We're okay. I knew I was going to get hit. I didn't know it would be that, like, tickly. It was tickly. Yeah, a few hits from the mace and these guys are no bother. No bother at all. So, there actually is unopened treasure in this room, which is bizarre because it's like the trio, they came this way. So wouldn't they have, like, looted this room? Maybe they were kind of scared of the casters here. I don't know. I don't know. I'm making up at this point the lore. I'm assuming that the open chests were because of the Graverobber Trio. But yeah, some dried roots. Dried roots are the kind of item that I kind of like, I forget exists. They're really good. So good, in fact, that I'm not going to use them because what if I need them? Maybe I should make a point of using them. Lightning clutch ring there makes you do more lightning damage at the cost of physical defense. So you'll take more damage to deal more damage. But yeah, good if you are using lightning spears, if you're using faith scaling weapons that do lightning damage, etc. This will add some damage onto that at the cost of defense. Can be worth it because sometimes the best defense is a good offense. Sometimes it's not. Have a play around. All right. Okay, the skittering. There they are. Oh, I will never get in the habit of that being in the left hand. The skittering, the skittering. So we got that one. And then this one, yeah, will be blocked by the corpse of his pal. Nice, cool. So they're all on the ceilings. Did we get them all? Yeah. Okay, so down there, bonfire, D-way, to go. Let me top off here. Let's just head up here very quickly and get this before we go to the bonfire. To the dudes I do not really want to fight, not gonna lie. It's fun. I don't know. This fight can be fun. It can be fun to cheese, I guess. Where's the Sanctum shields? Where is it? There. Okay, cool. So Sanctum shield, it's a catalyst. You can use it to block, albeit not that well. 85% physical, 70% magic, 85% fire. Actually, it's not bad for elemental block. But it can cast miracles and sorceries, this shield. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And then across there, you might recognize as the first bonfire of the area. It's cool to see it from over here, eh? Cool. Nice to see. Let's head back down and get our checkpoint. This run back. So where we had like no run back for Sin, we have doubly as rubbish run back for the Graverobber Trio. But before that, sorry, I forgot, there's a guy. There's a guy on the bridge, but we should be able to get him with some hexes. I don't think he's a really... Nah, he's a fat guy. He's not a roly-poly guy. He's a fat guy. Rock Shield Boulder. Boulder? Hardly... He does roll. Haha, he does roll. So he's got a spear. Be aware of his reach. He's very hard to just run past. You probably could run past him. But he's just such a wide lad. And a narrow bridge that's going to be tricky. So just exhaust all my resonant souls there. Crack out the dark orbs. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, sir. And we could just kite him back the way now, across the other side of the bridge. Are you drinking? Are you estusing? Oh, man. That was a schoolboy error, man. That left you wide open. Yeah, so literally just spam. Spam hexes for Boulder. Spam, I don't care. I do not care. I'm a caster. That's what I do. Right, okay, I was mentioning, yeah, the run back for this boss is dreadful. It's absolutely dreadful. We'll go down and do it once properly, and then every other subsequent attempt at this boss, you're going to do it, I'm going to show you how to just skip it. So we'll do it twice. This is an elevator here. This was the room that we were playing with Forlorn in. I guess this just acts as another sort of shortcut through the area should you need it. as you're coming back through here. But I'll just show you where this goes. It's so slow. Maybe let's speed it along a little bit. Right. So, yep. As I said, we had Forlorn in here. The two guys with the lances were here. Oh, they're actually back because we rested. And that was this room here. Now, you may have noticed on our way down that there is a sort of halfway point. Now, we're going to jump off onto that halfway point and grab a couple of things just from here. I say a couple of things. There's one thing that I know of. Is it just torches? No. There's definitely something cooler here. Definitely. Ahaha! There we go. Okay, good. I was like, memory, please. It is the Dark Greatsword. Ooh, nice. Very nice. This could be more flashy than actually good. But, where is it? Dark Greatsword, Dark Greatsword, Dark Greatsword. There it is. Brandish dark like a sword. So it looks really cool. It's just kind of slow. It could be good for PvP. Don't think you're going to use this on bosses much. Groups of enemies, maybe? We're going to have to jump to this. Oh wow. Incredible. Incredible. Sorry. I guess you don't jump. I guess you roll. Just too good of a jumper. But it's okay. We actually are at the bonfire that we want to be at. So I'm just going to say I don't need those 8,000 souls. This was actually... Hey, I did that on purpose because it got me back to the bonfire faster than using the freaking elevator again. So, yay. Use a homeward bone, use a feather, simply jump off the edge. I don't care which one you do, just do one of them. Pop human effigy. Is that a good idea? Is that a good idea? We're about to die. Probably a few times coming through here. Because it just sucks. It just sucks. Sorry, I don't mean to be putting you off. I hope I'm not putting you off. I'm trying to be funny and also relatable. Because the people who have done this before, they know. But you've not done this before. So you're like, huh? What is she? Huh? Okay, the Cave of the Dead. Cave of the Dead. So, there is a spot here where you can summon people that even don't have the DLC. There's an NPC here, Ruined Athlus, who has like the Dragon Scholar helm. Oh, it's another one. This is Rapacious Andrai. Andrai? So, it could be a good idea to bring them along with you. Tell you what, we never summon. Let's summon. Let's just do it, just to fully explore this area coming up. Pop a human effigy, bring these guys with you, because this area absolutely sucks, so we're not going to fight fair. You can light these torches if you like. And here's our main enemy in this area. These red-eyed statues. Red eyes instead of green eyes because they do petrification rather than poison. Petrification, when the bar fills to the top, just insta kills you from 100% HP to 0. No matter what, will insta kill you. So try not to get spat on by those too many times. We're just gonna destroy a few of them just to try and help out our NPC buddies a little bit more. We're tanking this guy while the rest of them... Well, I don't know what they're doing. Are they preparing to jump down? What are they doing? Did one of them fall down? I think one of them fell down. Watch out for the holes in the floor. We're not ready to go down there yet. I think Athlus has fallen down. Yeah, he's down there. But yeah, these guys... Be aware of these guys. I wasn't ready. Athlus, man. This is why I don't summon. I wasn't ready to talk about the holes down there. But we'll talk about the holes. So we got one on the left, one on the right, and then one at the back right. And that's it. So just the 3. That's easy. Okay, so let's just drop down. Doesn't matter which one you drop down to start with. Athlas is having a terrible time. Oh my god. So let's provide some cover. This is great. It's a great walkthrough section. Athlas is done. Yeah, I think did he get petrified? If I die with summons, that's hilarious because I could have done this better myself. Damn petrified statues interrupting my heals. So Andrei is distracting them. We can take out a few of these with our mace just to provide some cover. There's an archer back there. There's all these statues that have, sorry, moving statues, lizards. That it's just crazy. This room is absolutely awful. It's horrible. Do you know what? The summons are no bad. The summons are no bad at all. I forgot about the moving guys, so it could be worth having the binoculars on our bars that we can use to get these guys down. There we go. Okay, where's the other one gone? Over there. Try not to stand right in front of a statue. Nice. Okay. Oh, and another one there. Okay, very good. Now all the ones we have to worry about are the ones that are stationary. Andrei, doing bits. Oh, there's another one there. Oh my god, guys. Clearing this room is not even worth it. I'll show you that it's not even worth it. But once everything's dead and you want to pick up all the items, back here, what we got? Some. Oh, okay, I take it back, guys. It's totally worth it. I take it back. It's totally worth it. Come here, get the bright bugs. I get the bright bugs. Don't use them on this boss. Good God, because it's so BS. You're probably gonna die a couple times. But bright bugs for. I mentioned a future boss that requires us to burn something down very quickly. That's what we're gonna use the bright bugs on. So glad we got a couple there. Bonfire statics. Yep, those can be very useful. Yep, not complaining there. Let's see, we'll just go around. This path here has nothing. A lot of the, so it's sort of like a star-shaped room, isn't it? A lot of dead ends that you can panic and run down. That's the way to go. And get stuck in, so it's just not fun. And then you have this guy at the end, which you're never going to open with a bunch of things chasing you, so... with 3 petrified something, I don't think that's worth it. I mean, you can trade them and possibly get some infusion stones, but no, not worth it, not worth it. Is that it? Is that us? I think that's us. Yeah. So I mentioned the way to go is you can sort of tell it's the only path that has an opening at the end of it. You can sort of see that stalagmite, or is it stalactite, hanging from the ceiling. You can kind of see that from far away, so you know this is the way to go. Once we jump down here, there are more enemies. Take a second, or if you ran straight here, you can sort of take a second here to heal up and sort yourself out. Andrei is, he's doing fine. He's doing great. I don't know if this one is planning on hecking us up. Hopefully not. Doesn't seem to be. But yeah, more of these guys. We're going to see if we can get rid of you. You can run through here, and I will be showing you how to do that, but... It's as easy as hard. It's hard to run through. It's hard to take your time, and it's hard to run through. It's easier to run through. My brain's not working. It's been a long video. So I'm just using spells here because we're going to reset before the boss anyway, but you probably want to save some spells for the boss. But yeah, look at all these statues. You've got centipedes. Doing centipede things. And then if you're standing here casting at them, these guys are spitting at you. It's just a mess. Just a mess. Cool thing is, the centipede was like stopping these guys though. So now that the centipede's down, these guys can come through. Alright, so I'm gonna go behind him while you're hitting her. I don't play with summons much, but damn, it's so fun. I can be like, right, you distract him. I'm going to go around behind him. Hell yeah, brother. There was a summon that we could have used for Sin that's actually really good because Sin is most dangerous from the front. So if we have a summon, I've forgotten his name, but he's just outside the boss fight. If we have him tanking like Sin's front, we can just hang out by the tail, hit the tail. You can actually break off Sin's tail, which gets rid of his tail attack. Oh my god, funnily enough, gets rid of his tail attack. Whoa. Don't stand here for too long. Big petrify statue. Alluring skulls. Interesting. I was allured by the skulls. What was I saying about Sin? Yeah. So the summon for Sin is actually really good, but I didn't use it because I wouldn't have been able to show off the boss properly. Okay, so this is the boss fog. It wasn't that bad, actually. Do you know what? Bring the summons. It's not that bad. And also, this boss is 3-on-1. So if you have a Rapacious Andrai and, what was his name? Alfie, with you, that's actually GGEZ. I'll show you the solo method anyway. If we want to go back to the bonfire, we can't use our Aged Feather. We could die, but I'm not going to do that. Go down to the black separation crystal if you ever want to remove a phantom or a player or yourself if you are a phantom, I guess. And then use that. And then once they have gone back to their worlds, or in this case, NPC land, then we can use our Aged Feather, return to the bonfire, reset. And now I'm going to show you the, my god, I've just died to this boss 5 times. I cannot be bothered doing this run back every single time. Way to the boss. But because we're actually going to be going through the boss fog this time, I want to make sure I'm ready to go. So, let's go. Yeah, third dragon ring. Flynn's ring I don't need. I'm not going to be doing much melee. Seal protection, I suppose, could save our life. Abyss seal for hexes. Let's go. You want the hawk ring, I suppose, if you're doing arrows. We're not doing arrows. Stone ring. Stone ring could be good. Reducing enemy poise. These guys are not going to have tons of poise. Let's go. Well, I need the pyromancy glove to cast the pyromancies, the toxic and that. There we go. And that should be all right for us, for me. For us. It didn't sit at the bonfire there. That's a common thing that catches me out quite a lot in Dark Souls 2. You can warp back to the bonfire, but if you don't sit at it, your weapons won't recharge. Okay, so now let's do the YOLO. So I mentioned there was 3 pits. You want to go to the back pit. So it's like back right. Hop down there and you'll be immediately already facing the exit. So it took me a little bit getting used to, especially because there's going to be guys like spitting at you. So we hop down here and then hop down here on the left. This guy always hits me in the face. But we just do a little cheeky spam roll. I'm really close to getting petrified here. What we want to do now is just sit here for a minute while the bar just empties just a bit. Just a bit. We haven't got anyone following us. That's okay. The number of times I died just getting petrified on the way down here. That's so infuriating. All right, let's get my poison ready to go. We're going to look to cheese these guys. So we're going to trap them and cast the poison mist. Sort of encourage them to stand in the poison mist so the poison can build up and the toxic can build up. And then just sort of kite them around. So we've got Havel and Rickard, I'm going to call them, actively chasing us. And then yon flipping Hawkeye Goff in the background is just going to be shooting at us. So these guys, we can sort of tease them around here. We can go around in a circle like so from here. You're just going to see me running in a lot of circles. So just get used to the arena. I like to go this route here. I like to go around here and then cast my poison. So, encourage them to stay in the cloud. Did we get it? No, we didn't get it. Okay. Oh, this boss. This boss. So here we're safe from the archer. Right, okay, those two got poisoned. Fantastic. Let's just go around here. If you come around here and then drop off, they get a bit confused. They don't really know where to go. So that's a good place to poison them. And then round here is a good place because the archer can't reach you here. But bear in mind how long it takes to cast that poison mist. Right, so Varg is coming down. Varg is coming down. You can have poisoned and toxic active on them at the same time. But it's just a little bit hectic. See if we can get... I'm bleeding. Oh, there's our archer. Haha, he came for a piece. Just gonna go around here. Oh, that was risky. Oh boy. Oh boy. Depending on your build, if you have... I've done this with the rapier where I literally just... I went for the archer first. So you can kind of go like round here and like go for this guy. Get one hit on him. He rolls though. He rolls. That was not a good place to jump down. Not a good place. Here's the bit though. Here's the bit here where you can cheese them. I'm just struggling a bit. Not gonna lie, struggling a bit. The brain can't do the trio and talk about the trio. I'm trying to block the archer. Alright, keep them in there, keep them in there, keep them in there. Alright. If you can get the archer down, there is a cheesy spot that you can very, very easily get the other two that I would like to show you. So let's... Right, Graverobber's down. That is the Ricard guy, the guy with the did he have a rapier? Hang on, no, he had a curved sword, so we can't call him Ricard. What are we going to call him? We'll call him Afflicted Graverobber. So, I got lucky and managed to get him down with poison. Let me just kite Varg and try and get Sarah down. Alright, so we go around in a circle. We don't stop for more than one hit. Keep moving. Try not to like run in a straight line. Just standard stuff when you're running away from an archer. Try and get one hit on him. Oh, I can hear him behind me! Oh! Nice. Okay. Okay. I don't know if he's gonna... He's just gonna get his bow out again. Hang on, we've got the two of them on... Ah, no, he's got his bow out again. Okay. 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 Running out of resonant souls. Oh god. I got stuck on the wall. Alright, let's go around again, because he's over there, which is great. So let's take Varg round here. God, I hate this fight. Okay, Sarah's down. Perfect. Now I can show you. If you had, like, a rapier, or if you had a melee weapon, and you were kiting the two of them round in a circle, just literally this route here, round in a circle, but every time you go past Sarah, or Sarah, whatever, they're going to be over there, like sort of in the spotlight. So you can sort of like run around here, sort of go around here, hit them once, and then like run back around. Once you get Sarah down, you're safe to do this cheese, where you come round here, around the other side of the rocks, and you chill the heck out. Varg and the Afflicted Graverobber cannot hit you from here, but if you have Toxic Mist, you can hit them. And it's such a cheese. There you go, we got him toxic. So to get back up, it's just this path over here. If you have poison arrows, then you won't fall off the platform. But Toxic Mist, yeah, I think because of the Pyromancy Glove animation, you fall off the platform. But it's okay. We can easily just take him back around again. Around here. You do have to be kind of quick. And then he'll come over here. And we can do that again. Ah, so what I did there, didn't lock on, kept sort of pressing forwards. And it worked. As for hitting him, can you hit him? Oh wow, I don't, did I hit him there? Doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter. Do you know what? It maybe wasn't the neatest fight ever, but I kind of hope I showed off like the 2 tactics there. Just for using poison and for just kiting them around the room. Just get to know the room, get to know the sort of loop. Do not spend much time down in the water because obviously you've got the petrify statues. Just get out as quick as you can. They're quite slow, and once you do get them down, whether it was cheese or not, it feels pretty good. So thank God that was first try. I really hope it's first try for you too, because they just suck. But even if it's not, I did show you that non-frustration way of going straight through. So hopefully that helped. Our reward is the flower skirt, which comes complete with heels, which looks a bit weird with the witch's cloak. Oh, you can't even see. You can kind of see it through a slit in the dress, kind of. Yeah, I'm probably not going to bother because we already leveled up the trousers, but it's okay. And then this just literally plops you back down here where my souls are, where we rolled off the edge. Oh, cheeky little 8k souls. With the Afflicted Graverobber and the trio, with them down, that is the first of 3 of Dark Souls 2's DLCs. That was the Crown of the Sunken King. Done. 3 out of 3 bosses down. I hope you enjoyed the longer format. This was great. Very relaxing to edit. Thanks so much for watching. So next time we're going to go to Broom Tower. We've got some absolutely incredible bosses in the Crown of the Iron King DLC. So please do catch us for that one. I'm going to dump my souls into more dexterity. Ooh. Yeah, dexterity. It doesn't really matter where I put my souls at this stage, really. And we can always respec if we want to tweak. Okay, well done. Another 3 bosses done. I'll see you next time for Broom Tower, Crown of the Iron King DLC. There's some really great bosses in this one, but some really terrible enemies in the way of bosses. So join me for that one. If you like this video, then I like you. It took a long time to make. I'm sorry, it's finally here, though. Forgive me. Subscribe to see the next part first, and I will see you in the next video.